Bonjour, je m'appelle Neha Rajpurohit. Je suis votre professeur de français. Hello everyone, my name is Neha Rajpurohit and I'm going to teach you French. In the last lecture, we had seen the 26 letters of English in French and how to pronounce them. Other than that, we had also gone through the accentuated vowels. So in this lecture, we are going little deep with the pronunciations. We are going to study French pronunciation guidelines. But before going ahead, we'll go through once again those alphabets. I want you all to read them with me. So let's begin. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, E, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So those were our 26 alphabets and their way of pronunciation in French. Now let's begin with our topic for today, French pronunciations guidelines. This pronunciation guidelines basically help you to read those French words which has quite different pronunciations what it is written, and also it will help you to communicate better. The first is sound of double K, sound of double K. Whenever we'll have the sound of double K or K, the first sound of K will be pronounced as K. It will not change, but the sound of second K or K will change as S. That's what we do in English also, but we never noticed. For an example, in English word accept, see, the first C has sound of K or K. The second C has the sound as S. That's what is with the French. So, accepted. There is a small error over here. It should be E here. It should be acceptee. Acceptee, that's how we pronounce it. So here the first C will have the sound of K only and the second C will become S. That is what same as English. The second is KS. The sound of KS becomes Z. Yes, the sound of KS will become J or GZ will be J. For an example, in a word exact. See, the XA will have the sound of K and C will have the sound of S. Together it will become J. Next, if the sound of K and G precedes E or I, they become S and Z respectively. If K and G will come before E or I, in any word, the sound will become S or Z. We'll see the example. After that, we have is if the letters G, U is succeeded by E or I, it should be G, U. After G, U, if there is a vowel E or I, if there are vowels E or I, then the sound of G, in the sound of G, U will be silent. So only the sound of G will be pronounced, U will be silent. And here the sound of G as in G will be pronounced. Okay. So in a word, G-U-E-R-R-E, that is, in general, we would have read it as GULA, but it will become G. G. Why? Because the sound of U is silent. G means what? Next we have is If the S is between the vowels, if the S is between the two vowels, then the sound of S will become J. Yes. For an example, in a word, CHOSE, chose. In English, if we are trying to read it, it will become chose. But in French, it will be read as shows. Shows. Yes. The sound of S will become J. And the last letter E will not be pronounced. And we'll see that again. CH will become sh. So sound will be shoes. Shoes means thing. The T becomes S if it is followed by this IE, IA or IO. This we do in English, but this happens only in the case of ION. Let me tell you an example, that is competition. In the competition, the word ends with TION and it becomes shun. It means TIO will become shun. And that thing is also applicable in French, including this additionally too. That is, if the word also ends with I, if the word letter T is followed by IE, IA, and IO. So the sound will become sh. Such as in a word patient, it will become patient. Patient. And the meaning is same as in English, it is patient only. Next is if the word ends with IL, final means if it ends with IL, then the sound of IL will become E. Yes. So this is written as half OEIL and it will have the sound as OE. OE. OE means eyes. If again the word ends with ILL or it is in between, then it is, if the word is not beginning with ILL and if it is in between and if it is ending with ILL, then the sound again will become double E. That is the case with IL also, and the same will be applicable for ILL. So such will be, this OEL will be pronounced as Ure. 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 Ure means ear. The above we have seen is one of the part of the body, that is eye, pronounced as Ue. Uye. 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 And ears will be pronounced as Ure. Ure. If there is no vowel is placed, if there is no vowel is placed before ILL, means if there is a consonant before ILL, then it will be pronounced as E. Okay. In a word, for an example, fille. Fille will be pronounced as fille. Fille. That is same, ILL will be pronounced as double E, but it will also have sound of E and double E both. So it will be fille. Fille. Fille means girl. That's how we do with the other words also. Distiller, it will be distiller. Distiller. Mille will be miye. Miye. Distiller is distill. Mille means 1,000. If the letter O comes after letter Y, there is a small correction here. If the letter O comes before the letter Y, it will becomes before the letter Y, then it is pronounced as Wah. Wah. So the word VOYAG, that is voyage, will be pronounced as voyage. 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 Yes. If I, you, and Y are placed before a vowel in a word, they become glides, such as in a word pie. So it will become pie. Pie. Pie means foot. Then OUI. We will become we. We. We means yes. Yes, that's what they are saying. We have to glide it little while saying the word. We need to glide it little. So it will be pie. It will be we. Same case with with. With is 8. We'll also study the numbers afterwards. Once will understand how to pronounce in French, okay, or how to read it. Then, if the word ends with E will not be pronounced in French. For an example, this is boucher. It will be pronounced as bush. So bush means mouth. Until now, we have seen few body parts. First is we, oi, ohi. That's I, oi. Then uhwe is ear. Then pai, that is foot. Then bush, that's mouth. These are common words that we use normally, so you need to remember them. Then there are a few phenomena in the French. Out of that, the first one is if the word ends with S and the next word begins with vowel. Once again, if the word ends with S or consonants and next word will begin with vowel, then the first word will be pronounced half and the last letter will join to the next word. So this woos aways will become woo zawe. Yes, this S will get transferred over here to the next word and the first will be pronounced partly, that will be woo only, and the last letter will join the second word, that will become zawe. So it will become wuzawe. Wuzawe means you have. This only happens if the word ends with consonant. Or mostly you will see the word ending with S, T, E. There you will see this type of cases. So if the words again ends with S and it next word begins, or if the word ends with consonant and next word begins with the vowel, then we'll join the last letter of the first word into the second word. Yes. So it will become wuzawe, you have. This has been repeated twice. We'll just see the one that is the same being repeated. So next is if the word ends with the E, then it is not pronounced. That's what we have seen before, right? But if the word ends with E and it has accent on it, then it will be pronounced. Okay. For an example, in a word, restekote. Restekote. Restekote will be pronounced as, for in a first word, you can see that E will not be pronounced, then it will be rest, rest. And A will be pronounced as ah, and kote, but it has this acute accent on it. It will become E sound, so it will be koti. So this is rest, ah, koti. Rest, ah, koti. It means stay next. Then we have is one more phenomenon that is enchaînement. Enchaînement is another French language phenomenon. It says that the sound of consonant will be transferred. Once again, the sound of consonants will be transferred to its end of the word. To its end of the word. It involves transferring the consonant sign at the end of the word to the start of the word that it precedes. This happens very rare and it is not necessary you follow this, okay? Usually we read LAF only, but yes, S is silent, then it will become LAF. But together, if you want to say, like in English, we want to say it is together, then it becomes it's, right? That's with this. L means she, at is, then together we can pronounce it as L. Okay. Mostly the last letter is not pronounced, and here are the few example of it. We have already seen this twice before. Now let's go through few examples. Jambe will be pronounced as jam. Jam. That means leg, another body part. Then bush will be pronounced as bush. We have already seen it means mouth. Lampe will be lamp. Yeah, that's lamp only. If E is followed by a double consonant, means if there is a repeated letter, okay, and that letter should be consonant obviously. It will have the sound of E, but more open, without glide E to I. Okay, so pill, pill, pelle will become pill because it will have the sound of E. Lettre, lettre, lettre will become lettre, lettre. So that was it. And the last, these are few words where the consonants are mute. Let's go through them. If the word ends with B, okay, and B is followed by M, then it will have MB will have the sound of ON. Okay, so OM will be pronounced as O and B will be silent. So plom will become plom, plom, which means metal. If the word ends with T, for an example, in shop, then D will be silent, it will become shop. Yes, it means warm. If the word ends with P, it will also get silent, throw. It will become throw, just throw. Throw means very much, too much, or too, T-O-O, okay? If the word ends with S, then it will become silent and the sound will be of H. So this tre, it will become tre, tre. It also means very much. Often we use this very much, tre. You will see less this word. Mostly you will see this, tre. If the word ends with T, then T will be silent again. It will be just pa, par. Par is part only. If the word ends with X, again it will be silent. Prix will become pre. Pre means price. If the word ends with Z, again the Z will be silent in this. It will become assez. Assez. Assez is enough. Yes, we are already means not pronouncing Z, okay? So it does not mean that you will not pronounce E. You will not apply the rule of E will not be pronounced if it is last, because we are not pronouncing Z. Obviously, the word ends with Z, not E. That is why it will be pronounced and it will become assez. That means enough. So this was it. With this, I hope you will be able to read the French words more easily. I want you all to go through it at home once again. Also, with the notes, I'm going to attach this vocabs. So it will, with their pronunciations and meaning, it will become easy for you to go through again and again. And in French, it is like more you speak, more you will be getting thorough with it. Okay. So thank you for today. Have a great day.